My name is Maria Destor, and I go live on Tuesday mornings to share tips with you on how to disrupt traditional career paths and create meaningful work that fits your life and not the other way around. What do you think about this statement? It is your brain's number one job to keep you safe, not successful. It's because our brains like routine. And when we try to change the program, our brains start screaming, alert, alert, alert. How does that show up? It might show up as feeling stuck, not sure what comes next, what steps to take. It might show up as imposter syndrome when you find that perfect job listing that you really want at your dream company and you're all excited. And then you start reading the skill requirements and the tasks of the job, and suddenly your brain convinces you, I can't apply for this. It might show up as crippling anxiety the night before an interview, even though you know you are the best candidate for this position. It might also keep you from starting a side hustle or taking the entrepreneurial plunge because that is just unsafe. How often have you talked yourself out of moving forward, taking action, even a little thing, deviating from the norm because your brain was yelling at you all the reasons why this is dangerous? You're going to fail again. You already tried that and it didn't work last time. Oh, I don't know. Are you really qualified to be there? All of the things, all of the stories. This old programming was created from our prehistoric ancestors to keep us safe and alive. But the threats in contemporary society are so much decreased, so our brain just makes things up to be afraid of. It tells us all these stories, all of the fear, the doubt, the anxiety, all of it is what keeps us in that comfort zone box. And even if you desperately want to move forward, it can be really hard, and it's not your fault. It's these programs in our brain. But what would happen? How would you feel if 1 year from now you're still in the same spot in this nagging loop of uncertainty? Today, I'm going to share some tips for how you can start to move forward. So, the first thing is the next time you're feeling any of those flavors of uncertainty that are threatening to keep you in the cage, those thoughts, anxiety, shame, fear, take a pause and then tell your brain what you're going to focus on in the form of focusing on one of your senses for 10 seconds. That might be something like feeling the ridges of your fingertips or your hands. And notice you can do this discreetly because we don't know when we're going to start having these thoughts. We might be in a team meeting. You can feel each one of your toes by wiggling them. You can focus on one sound. So right now I can hear the humming of my computer fan. Another one to do, this one you'd have to do in private, is, especially if you're having a lot of emotions and, you're feeling it in your chest, is to clench your muscles for 10 seconds and focus on the feeling and especially on the release. By telling your brain that you are not going to continue spiraling down these thought patterns that aren't serving you anymore, taking that pause and telling your brain what you are going to focus on, you're taking the first step in breaking those patterns that are keeping you in the box. If you found this helpful and you'd like to explore it deeper, I invite you to join me on my upcoming summit called Empower 2025. It is starting a week from today, and we will be going live 3 days in a row for 1 hour around the lunch hour, depending on what time zone you're in. We'll be starting at noon Pacific and 1 o'clock Mountain. Tickets are free. Go ahead, grab your spot. I'll put the link in the show notes. See you next time. Thanks.